Hey guys, on today's show, I want to address something I keep seeing in the comments on my videos, and it has to do with keeping up with the Joneses. I want to discuss with you why that's not a great idea if you're getting involved with ham radio. That's right here, right now, on Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Hey guys, welcome back to Ham Radio for Non-Techies. My name is Scott. My call sign is KI5MPO. I run the Ham Radio for Non-Techies YouTube channel, as well as the hamradiofornontechies.com website, which you should go and visit. Real quick, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It's free. Just go down and click the bell and click on subscribe and click the little bell there. And if you want to support the channel further, you can go over to Patreon. I think it's patreon.com/HR4NT. I'll put a link somewhere. And you guys can help support the channel there for as little as $3 a month. Like I said, I wanted to discuss a comment. It's a series of comments I keep getting from people. And a lot of times it's concerning what they see on my channel as far as the radios and things that I have. And I'm sure this expands out to the radios they see other people with. But I get the comments. And it's like something along the lines of, well, you know, when I win the lottery, I'll get some cool radios like you do. All right, first of all, when I started the channel, I spent an enormous amount of money to be able to catch up with the current YouTubers that were there at the time, 2.5 years ago, whatever it was, I started my channel. And I spent an enormous amount of money, a stupid amount of money, on all kinds of gear and equipment because I needed something to talk about. So I bought a 991, and I bought all these, I bought the Chameleon MPass 2.0 before I knew anything about antennas. And I bought all these different items. And I built a small arsenal of things. I've since then sold some radios and bought other radios and things like that. But my point is, there's nobody to keep up with except yourself. You're creating a competition with yourself that nobody else is involved with. There's no prize at the end of this. And to sit there and look at the radios that I have and go, well, if I win the lottery, it doesn't matter, okay? I have some of my fellow YouTubers out there. They got these great radios, the 7610 and the DX10, all these expensive radios, and my 7300 does exactly what I needed to do, so I could care less. Would I like to have a nicer radio? Absolutely. Is it necessary? Absolutely freaking not. My radio, when I plug it in and attach an antenna to the coax, I can go out anywhere and make contacts. End of the story. Winning. So my point here is that instead of trying to keep up with everybody else, I would suggest going out there and getting a radio that suits your needs, fits within your budget, does what you want to do, and of course being within the privileges you have at whatever level license you hold, and then put your money into the antenna and the coax. Those are the two more important things to have. You want good coax, you want an excellent antenna, because your radio is only as good as the antenna. So the antenna to me is your primary, your coax being your secondary, and then the radio is tertiary. If you can make contacts, you are playing radio, you're winning, you've reached that goal. Would you like to have upgrade to nicer things? Then yeah, go for it. If you're a brand new ham, and you're looking at all of the different radio options that are out there for you, because you're most likely going to start off with a handheld or maybe some kind of little mobile VHF, UHF radio. Well, you got a lot of options out there. I've got videos on this on the channel here talking about what I recommend for different things. But if all you can afford is a Baofeng at the moment for $35, then go get that. I would probably change out the crappy antenna they come with, maybe replace it with a I forgot the name of the company now. But I'd replace the antenna. Go get a Diamond or go get one of the signal sticks. They're great antennas. Super inexpensive. You're up about $50 total, maybe $60 total for a radio, and you're on the air doing stuff. The idea is to get out there and make the contacts. You have people that nerd out on the specs, and they have the latest and greatest things. It's got the coolest new filters. This has the best cool new thing. And the real ham operator can take any freaking radio and make it work. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses to enjoy radio. You're creating a problem for yourself that doesn't actually exist because you're sitting there envying what somebody else has. If you want them, then save up for it. Okay. When I bought my 991, I thought, and this is back when I first got into ham radio. I didn't know anything about radio at the time. I was like, well, I cannot think these guys. I'm going to get a radio that does everything. Well, I quickly found out that although the 991 is great because it does VHF, UHF, and HF, I wanted those things separated because sometimes I want to be doing FT8 and I want to be on some of my VHF, UHF nets. Couldn't do it at the same time with that one radio. So I ended up selling that radio. I bought a 7300 and then I bought the FT-2980, the Yaesu 80 watt VHF only antenna or VHF only radio, and I separated them, and that solved that problem. But I adapted over time with what I needed and what I felt I wanted in my shack. Like I said, there are better radios out there than the 7300. It's what, 8-year-old technology. But the fact of the matter is, I can take that radio out anywhere, hook up an antenna, and make contacts. I'm playing radio. I don't give a crap what the guy down the street has, what he's doing. Unless I'm operating his radio or somehow I get a hold of his radio. But, the point is, put your time and effort into what's going to work for you. I'd say your primary thing needs to be an antenna. As far as antennas go, I recommend, and this is another question that starts up a heap of problems. What's the best antenna out there? Well, there isn't. The best antenna is the one that gets you on the air and lets you make contacts. So if that happens to be an end-fed half-wave, whether that be a Pactenna or something you build yourself, or one of the Coffee and Ham Radios antennas are supposed to be really killer, $69. It's a cool antenna. It's going to give you multiple bands, and it's going to give you the main bands that most people are going to be on. In the beginning, if you're starting out as a ham, do you care about 80 meters, 75 meters, 160 meters? Probably not. You're going to care about the bands that people are going to be on, which right now is 10 meters, 15, 17, 20, and 40, unless you're doing CW exclusively, and then you might want to have 30 and 60. But, I think you should just focus on having a good antenna that's going to allow you to make the contacts. And you got to figure out how that's going to happen. If you start off and all you can afford at the moment is a Xiegu, whatever, I can't even pronounce the stupid thing, the Xiegu G90, the 20 watt HF rig. If that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. You can get that now. At least it gets you out there playing radio, and then you can upgrade as time goes on. Say your dream radio is the 891, or your dream radio is the 7300, or something else. Save up for it over time. There's no competition here. So I guess the point I'm trying to get to, and I get discouraged when I see people saying, well, I wish I had all the money you had. I had a situation where I was able to grab a couple things, but for me, it was out of desperation to get my channel going. And, after I realized that some of the purchases I made were kind of dumb, I sold off a bunch of gear and replaced with the stuff I actually wanted once I had the knowledge that I needed in ham radio to know exactly what I really did want. In the beginning, I bought what I saw everybody else talking about. I didn't know how to research, didn't know what I was actually purchasing. And now I know a lot more than I did then. So now I'm able to through my education, make different changes to my gear. So, again, your antenna is most important. Get some good coax. Don't buy that crap on Amazon. Go get some good coax, either from the people over here down in Houston, which is ABR Industries. Excellent coax. You can custom make it. I've got videos showing you exactly how to customize it. If you live in Houston, you can order it around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning and pick it up at noon. I mean, there's options for you. If you want to have something a little bit, I'm not going to say better, but similar, Messi and Plony. Excellent coax, but put your money into the good stuff. That way you've got it. The buy once, cry once theory that I try to impress upon you guys sticks in what I'm talking about here. Don't go off and buy cheap garbage if you can get, like say you wanted a radio, and right now you can afford a $35 Baofeng, but in a week and a half you could order a UV80 Plus Wouxun. Well, why not wait that extra week and a half? What's the rush? I mean, I know you're excited about getting into radio, but wouldn't you rather have something that's been proven to be a little bit much better quality of a radio rather than just settling for second best right now, then buying it again and again. Look, the rich people can afford to buy things twice. The rest of us, you got to buy once. So buy once, cry once. And that's the whole reason why I push this and press this upon you guys. Anyway, guys, my point is find a radio that works for you. I don't care if that's something built in the 60s up to stuff that was built last week. If you can plug it in, go out and make contacts, that's what's important. Having the experience, having fun with radio, learning your gear, learning how to use the radio, mastering that radio, and making it work for you. Don't worry about what other people have or what you can't afford yet. And I say yet because if you want something bad enough, you will find a way to make the money show up. I just don't think it's worth competing with other people on that or worrying about, oh, I wish I could have always great. Yeah, I mean, I like the fact I've got a 7300. Hell, I bought 2 of them. You know, one's because I'm just too lazy to unplug one and bring it out in the fields. I wanted one here at the house and one for POTA. And yeah, I like the features of that. It's an older radio, but it works. I still go out and make contacts. I can make the same contacts anybody else can make. Yeah, there might be some better, you know, filters or features on some of the higher end radios, but I don't have a need for it. I'm having fun doing the radio. I'm having the fun with the experience. I'm having fun utilizing all that time and effort I put into passing my exam to get my technician, my general, and eventually my extra. And now that I've got to that point, that goal was set and met. I got the radios I wanted. Yeah, do I want some other nicer radios? Yeah, I'd love to have an Elecraft K4. Am I going to shell out $6,000 for one anytime soon? Probably not. You know, I'm perfectly happy with what I have. It works. Every single day, I can fire up my radios, go out there, make contacts, whether I'm doing parks on the air or just doing general QSOs on the ham bands, whatever it is, joining in on nets, things like that. It does not matter. I'm getting out there, having the experience, and learning something at all times. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I had. I didn't want to make this a really long video. It's just something that I get asked this all the time, like, oh, I wish I could get this, or how do I get that? It's like, just be patient. You don't have to grab something right now, and don't buy something on impulse because you will regret it. If you find a good deal on something, and it's within your budget, and it's something you want, not something you're willing to settle for. See, what we want is up here. If you want what you want's up here, don't downgrade and downgrade and downgrade and settle for down here. You want this, go for this. Stop shortchanging yourself for convenience. Yeah, it might suck to have to wait an extra week or two or a month or two, but if you eventually get what you actually want, you bought it one time, you've got exactly what you want at that point in time, and you're ready to roll. So I encourage you to just calm down with it. Don't worry about it. You know, you're not competing with anyone but yourself and causing your own stress. Get out there, find a decent radio, have fun with it, learn, and upgrade as you see fit. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and click on the little bell to be notified when I do new videos. This helps out the YouTube algorithm in showing that my videos are important to people like you and you want to see more of them, so I show up more when you do your little searches. Other than that, comment below what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on this. I answer all my comments. You want to check out, you want to email me, go to hamradiofornontechies.com in the contact us section, and I answer all my emails. If I don't have an answer for you, I will direct you to someone who does. Until then, guys, this is Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Have a great day. Stay safe out there, and we are clear.